This is the next in my series of videos where I illustrate the capabilities of the Fidelity Investments Trader Plus software that I use. I use this for monitoring our investments, for buying and selling investments, including stocks and ETFs, and also for trading options. And the types of options that I trade are call options. They're covered calls. So that means that I own the shares that I'm selling the contract on to make income. And I also sell cash covered puts, which means that I have cash in my account that can cover the purchase of the option contract results. So if the shares trade below the contract price, I'm obligated to purchase them at the contracted price. For this video, I want to focus a little bit more on the position screen because there's some functionality that I think is very helpful, whether you trade just stocks and ETFs or you trade options. So the image that you're looking at is my view of both the positions page. So the main portion of this screen shows my positions. And at this point, I have filters turned on so that I'm just looking at the AbbVie positions that are in my Roth IRA. And I'm looking at both the long positions, which are any actual stocks. So in this case, it's AbbVie. I'm also looking at the short positions, and those would be the contracts. So these are all of the contracts. One of them is a contract that expires on September 17th of 2027, and there are 4 contracts for that particular contract, and the contracted price is $230. So if on September 17th, 2027, the shares are trading above $230 per share, those 400 shares will be sold to the person who purchased my contract. Now I can also just look at the long positions. So I'm going to enable the ability to change this. I'm going to turn off long, and now I'm only seeing the contracts or the short positions. And if I turn on long and turn off short, I'm only looking at the actual shares that I own. Another way to look at my positions is to remove the ticker symbol, and that shows me all of my positions. And if I only want to see the actual stocks, I can click on that, and I can sort by symbol. I can sort by just about any one of these columns. Another way to view these holdings is to do a heat map. And a heat map can be useful in visualizing the holdings that you have in your account. So clearly, based on the size of the box, AbbVie is one of my larger holdings, and some of my smaller holdings would be like Clover Health, and this is a contract, a covered call contract for a real estate investment trust. Most of the time I don't look at this, but I could see where on occasion this would be helpful. So I'm going to switch back to the positions view. The other thing that I think that is helpful if you don't like the order of the columns or the data that is displayed in the columns is you can actually click on this columns indicator, and that gives you the opportunity to add in items that you have not selected. So all the ones that have the green check mark would show up on the selected column side. You can also drag and drop these columns to suit your own purposes. So because I want to see the expiration date for a contract near the front of the list of items or positions in my account, I've moved that up. And it's just a matter of grabbing the the item that you want to move, and you can just drag it up and move it to whatever place that you want to. Then you would click apply, and that would then apply to your positions view. I'm going to cancel that because I like my view as it is. And I'm going to switch this back to look at only the short positions that are in my Roth IRA. And as you can see, I have quite a few contracts, and there are some that I'm at risk of having called, but none of them are in the near future. So I have contracts that expire on Friday. I have others that expire in August, and some that expire in September. The only one that is at risk, which is highlighted with an orange bar, is one for 100 shares of this investment here, GSL. You can also export the list, and I find that helpful for doing further analysis and monitoring the holdings that I have in my account. You can also click on the settings and make changes as well. So this is a very helpful tool, the positions tool, and I think it's worth exploring. If you do a lot of different types of activity, being able to sort and view information the way that's most helpful to you is far better than what's available on just Fidelity's generic website. As always, don't hesitate to ask questions, and I will do my best to try to answer them. Have a great day.